Hare Krishna. So let's start. Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you for this Bhagavad Gita session. Jagannath Baleశ్వర Mai ki jai. Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai. Pancha Tattva ki jai. Shri Goswami ki jai. Guru Parampara ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Gurudev Tagore. Om Jnana Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So today we'll read from Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter. The verse will be 13.19. So let us recite the verse. Vide kshetram tatha jnanam ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासतः मद्भक्तये तत् विज्ञाय मद्भावायुपपद्यते इति क्षेत्रं तथा ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासतः मद्भक्तये तत् विज्ञाय मद्भावायोपपद्यते. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Thus, the field of activities, the body, knowledge, and the knowable have been summarily described by me. Only my devotees can understand this thoroughly and thus attain to my nature. So let us see what we can understand from this verse. It's a very beautiful chapter again. In the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, the knower of the body, the living entity, and the position by which he can understand the Supreme Lord are described. That is the first 6 chapters. In the middle 6 chapters, 7 to 12, the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the relationship between the individual soul and the super soul with regard to devotional service are described. And also see the superior position of Krishna and the subordinate position of the individual soul. They are all also very nicely described in these chapters. Now, the living entities are subordinate under all circumstances, but in their forgetfulness, they are suffering. So when enlightened by these pious activities, they approach Krishna in different capacities as the distressed, or those in want of money, or the inquisitive, or those in search of knowledge. So now, starting with this 13th chapter, how the living entity comes into contact with material nature and how is delivered by Krishna through the different methods of fruitive activities, cultivation of knowledge, and discharge of devotional service are explained. So the first 2 words in this chapter, 13.1 and 2. So first verse, Arjuna said, "Oh my dear Krishna, I wish to know about Prakriti, nature, Purusha, the enjoyer, and the field, and the knower of the field, and of knowledge and the object of knowledge." So 6 questions he was asking. So Krishna, he started replying. He said, "This body, O son of Kunti, is called the field, Kshetra. And one who knows this body is called the knower of the field." So in from verse number 13 to 19, Krishna explains the object of knowledge. And so he's addressing in the 19th verse, the 6th question he is answering. So the soul can know the super soul, and which is the ultimate object of knowledge. And it is also told that Krishna says only devotees can understand the field of activities, the body, the process of knowledge, and both the soul and the super soul. Only devotees. So in this verse, 13.19, the science of Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Jnana, and Nyayam is most fully understood only by devotees. That's why he says Mad Bhakta. That's what Krishna is telling in this verse. See in the Brahma Samhita, Brahmaji is telling, Ishwarah Paramaha Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Nadiradir Govindaha Sarva Karana Karanam. And in the Bhagavad Gita also it is said, Aham Yadir Devanam Maharshinam Cha Sarvashah. That is in the 10th canto, 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, second verse. So that Supreme Personality of God Krishna is giving us knowledge, the ultimate goal of knowledge. So, and the living entities, that is their body, field of activities, everything is given in this 13th chapter. And Krishna also says, this is only the summary. He is given everything, but he said it is only a summary. He said, this body, see, Prabhupada, he says, this body, see how many bodies we have changed. Even in this life, we are changing our body. See, every one of us, the little body of a child, then a little grown-up body of a boy, then the youthful body, old body, correct? So we are changing body. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tata dehantar praptihi. Second chapter, 13th verse. So similarly, after giving up this body, we will have to accept another body. And there are how many bodies? 84 lakh species of forms of body. So according to our karma, we have to accept another body. Karmana deva netrena. Bhagavatam 3:31:1 says, Karmana deva netrena. That means by superior arrangement, we have to accept another body. Prabhupada says, in one of the lectures, he says that you cannot say that I want this kind of body. It's not a department store, I will take this one, this one. And Krishna is not your water supply, right? You will get, see, either you ask for it or don't ask for it. According to your karma, you have to have a next body. That is karmana deve, that is by the superior arrangement. Now, another question will be, so why do we find so many varieties of bodies? That is karma. See, you cannot say everything is also equal, right? Nobody is equal. So if I say everything will follow, everybody will follow the stand Krishna saying, everybody will not follow. Somebody will different, right? So that you cannot do equal. So they cannot be equal because we are working under the three qualities: goodness, passion, and ignorance. So field of, that is, if we work, that is a field of activities. So the body is a field of activities. That is the kshetra field. See, nobody can work in the same way equally, similarly, right? Because they have got field of activities different. My body is different. A dog's body is different. So the dog will be acting in a different way according to his body. I will be acting in according to my body. Maybe the president of some country is acting according to his body. So why there are different personalities and different activities? Because there are different qualities, guna. Therefore, Krishna says, this verse is telling, right? Iti kshetram tatha jnanam yayam choktum samasatah. My dear Arjuna, now I have explained to you in summary, not in detail, what is this body, who is the knower of the body, proprietor of the body, that is kshetragya, what is knowledge, and what is the object of knowledge. He says, these things I have explained to you. So Krishna is explaining everything. See, everything is there in the Bhagavad Gita, right? And by reading Bhagavad Gita, one can become fully in knowledge. You can become knowledgeable. But you have to read Bhagavad Gita carefully. And you must have the qualification also. And what is that qualification? Krishna says in this verse, my dear Arjuna, I am speaking to you. He said before in the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita, I am speaking to you this mystery of Bhagavad Gita because you are my devotee. So this is the qualification. So without becoming devotee, Prabhupada says, no rascal can understand what is Bhagavad Gita without becoming devotee. So if by knowledge, very nice point Prabhupada says, if by knowledge, you can come to the point of bhakti. He says, if by knowledge, by reading and getting the knowledge, understanding it, when you come to the point of bhakti, how to surrender to Krishna, then your knowledge is perfect. Then Krishna says, this knowledge to surrender unto me, How to surrender to Krishna? This will come after many, many births. Bhavanam Janmanam Anti, 7.19 of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna says, everything I have described. But who will understand? So here in the verse 13.19, he says, Mad Bhakta Etad Vijnaya. So that is the qualification. So unless one is devotee, one cannot understand. See, if you are able to acquire that nature, right? Satchidananda Vigraha. That is Mad Bhakta. Mad Bhakta Etad Vijnaya. So these three things. What is this body? Who is the owner of this body? What is knowledge? What is the object of knowledge? So if you understand these things, then we can revive our original constitutional position. See, we are also Satchidananda, but at the present moment, our body is different because it is subjected to birth, death, old age, and disease. So this we have to conquer, and this is the problem. See, I don't want to die. Nobody wants to die. So why death is enforced upon us? See, just like we are trying to escape disease, right? We don't want to be diseased. As soon as we become diseased, we go to a doctor. We take medical help. Sir, cure my disease. This is my disease. So Prabhupada says in one of the lectures, then why don't you go to a doctor who can give you relief from death? Because they have no brain. The education system is so rascaldom that there is no brain. All over the world, there is no institution where people are being taught how to conquer death. There is no such institution. Prabhupada says only this Krishna conscious movement is there. How to conquer over death. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam. 13.9. So he says the real solution here is in Bhagavad Gita. You get real knowledge. Jnanam, Geyam, the object of knowledge, as it is stated by Bhagavad Gita by Krishna himself, who is the supreme personality of Godhead. So he says, become his devotee. Etad Vijnana. Then what is that? Mad Bhavaya Upapadyate. So Krishna says, all these lessons, all these instructions can be assimilated, understood by my devotee. Mad Bhakta Etad Vijnaya. And therefore, they are eligible to go back to his original consciousness. Mad Bhava Upapadyate. And he said, this is Krishna consciousness. So these are very good knowledge we can understand from this verse, right? So the Kshetrajna, field of activity is knower. So here he is talking about ultimate object of knowledge. The ultimate object is see Krishna, the super soul. To understand the relationship, right? So the super soul, Paramatma is there in the heart of every individual. And see, we as individual souls, we know only our body. We cannot know others' body. The super soul knows everybody. Everybody. So like that we can understand. So more and more we can discuss about this, but the time really stop here. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Glorify Krishna. Vancha kalptarvish kripa sandubhaya Patidanam bhavana Krishna. Purushottam Maski. So please I think, Sri Prabhu, thank you. We can continue about with the Purushottam Maski. Hare Krishna.